The following is an address to the nation by Minister of Climate Resilience, the Environment, Forestry, Disaster Management, Fisheries and Information, the Honourable Senator Simon Stiell.
Hello viewers. I applaud the OECS Secretariat for their continued focus on climate resilience through the designation of the 15th of May as OECS Climate Change Day. I'm pleased to represent the ministers with responsibility for forestry and fisheries, disaster management and information, and the newly created Ministry of Climate Resilience and the Environment. International agreements like the Paris Agreement on Climate Change, Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development and the SDGs, and the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction that Grenada has signed onto signal a global effort and willingness to transition toward a sustainable, climate-resilient future. This is key, as addressing the impacts of climate change, one of the greatest environmental challenges of our time, will require establishing strong global will and collaboration at every level. For us in Grenada, this translates to a need for strong interagency and intersector collaboration, because climate change is not just a concern of the Ministry for Climate Resilience and the Environment alone, but of all government ministries, all non-government and all private sector stakeholders. Its impacts have far-reaching consequences on our health sector, our food security and agriculture sector, our infrastructure, and our energy, which in turn affects our livelihoods and our economic stability. Through collaboration and focus, we can not only become climate resilient, but in doing so, we can, at the same time, benefit from reducing risk to natural hazards and supporting sustainable development goals. In addition to global willingness and collaboration, another key element to becoming climate resilient is access to sources of finance that have been mobilized and set aside specifically for climate resilience action. The Paris Agreement scaled up climate finance from both bilateral and multilateral donors to support ambitious adaptation and mitigation action. The climate finance landscape presents numerous opportunities for countries. However, access to these funds have been uneven. Constraints in accessing climate finance to support climate resilience action can be addressed by strengthening institutions, policies, and capacities, which in turn provide the positive enabling environment within which climate finance can flow for clear, tangible action. Grenada is known as a climate champion for small island developing states. Our vulnerable situation as a small tri-island nation makes climate resilience an urgent imperative for us. Grenada has taken clear steps to be better positioned to access climate finance to support climate resilience action in collaboration with key development partners. The creation of a climate resilience ministry, the first in the region, is one such step. Strong collaboration with other islands within the OECS and CARICOM family is another such step. So today, with Climate Change Day across the nation, Grenada looks forward to working with OECS countries as well as with development partners, the private sector and civil society to ensure that climate resilience is a reality for all of us. I thank you.
The proceeding was an address by the Honourable Minister of Climate Resilience, the Environment, Forestries, Disaster Management, Fisheries and Information, the Honourable Senator Simon Stiell.
In our lives, we face many disasters, many storms. Doesn't take one person to make it true. It takes us all. Gotta always be prepared so we can make it true. Here we go. Climate change is rising, and right now our lives are demising. So take my hand, tell me if you understand. We can't do this by ourselves. We can't do this by ourselves. We need your to reduce the effect. Maybe if I wake up and I ask God to make a change, rearrange climate change, here we go. If you don't know what it can cost to a life is just pain, destruction, volcanic eruption, that's what hit the spot now.
Listen, climate change is coming, best believe it, can't you see it really in all of the information? Seek it all, so we wouldn't fall, be back against the wall when no one can hear our call, that's right, come on.
Talking about conserving, water preserving. Say we gotta always set that plan. Understand, say we have to give that helping hand because climate change is rising. And right now our lives are demising. So take my hand. Tell me if you understand. We can't do this by ourselves. We can't do this by ourselves. We need your help to reduce the effect.
It's for the better,
Let's not make it worse.
let's do it together,
Let's make it worse.
let's go with the risk, let's get this situation fixed.
So many mistakes we make, doing whatever it takes. Heartbreaks when we lose a loved one in a storm. So we gotta stick together, help each other to reduce the effect. We don't wanna be looking back at regret. So if I say we can do it, yes we can. So we gotta stick together, got to set that plan. So if I say we can do it, yes we can. So we gotta stick together, got to set that plan. Because climate change is rising. And right now our lives are demising. So take my hand. Tell me if you understand. We can't do this by ourselves. We can't do this by ourselves. We need your help to reduce the effect.
We can't do this alone, we can't do this alone.
We can't do this alone.
We can't do this alone. We can't do this alone.
We can't do